Imagine waking up one morning and realizing you're no longer human. Your arms and legs are gone. Your body feels heavy, unnatural. You struggle to move only to realize that you have too many legs, thin, insect-like limbs twitching uncontrollably. This is the nightmare Gregor Samsa wakes up to in the Metamorphosis, one of Franz Kafka's most haunting and thought-provoking stories. A story that isn't just about physical transformation, but about loneliness, rejection, and the brutal truth of human nature. Gregor is an ordinary man, a traveling salesman who works tirelessly to support his family. He hates his job but keeps going, believing that his sacrifice will secure a better future for his parents and his beloved sister, Greta. But one morning, everything changes. When he wakes up, he is no longer himself. He has turned into a monstrous bug. At first, his biggest worry isn't his bizarre transformation, but his job. What will my boss think? How will I explain my absence? What will happen to my family if I can't work? Even as his body betrays him, his first instinct is duty and responsibility. But his family doesn't see him as Gregor anymore. His father, who once relied on his income, now sees him as a disgusting creature. His mother, horrified, can barely look at him. His sister, Greta, is the only one who initially shows kindness, bringing him food and cleaning his room. But as time passes, even she begins to resent him. Locked away, forgotten, Gregor starts to lose his will to live. His body weakens, his thoughts become distant, and he begins to understand the painful truth. He was never loved for who he was. He was only valued for what he provided. As days turn into weeks, his family moves on. They get jobs, they start enjoying life, and Gregor becomes nothing more than an inconvenience. The same people who once depended on him now wish he would just disappear. And one night, he does. Alone, starving, and completely abandoned, Gregor dies in his dark room. His body is discovered the next morning, and instead of mourning, his family feels relieved. They step out into the sunlight, ready to move on, as if Gregor never existed. The Metamorphosis isn't just a horror story, it's a reflection of society. Kafka forces us to ask uncomfortable questions. Are we only valued for what we can offer? Do people truly care about us, or just what we can do for them? And what happens when we are no longer useful? Gregor's transformation into an insect wasn't the real tragedy. The real horror was how quickly his family discarded him when he could no longer serve them. So was Gregor's fate inevitable? Or could things have been different? What do you think?